So, good day, everybody. Gray skies above Vilnius, but the charts are always interesting for us. So let's see what we're getting today and what are we standing for. We're like 50 minutes till the actual trading session starts. 20 minutes till we get the markets to open up. So we have time to go all over what we've done so far over the weekend. We have some time to review the trades I took already this morning. We're up 1.5% already, which is interesting. I usually don't trade Monday mornings, but we're up already, so I can take it only as a win. See, one viewer, can we say plus in the chat if you can hear me, all right? Let me know, thank you. Let's see. Where can we begin? Maybe let's start with just overall markets and then my feeling in terms of what I see and then what are we looking at. So send it in my Discord chat as well as the newsletter I do every Sunday. So we're looking for a dollar to continue higher. Buy side is my interest right here. I think we're gonna get it maybe this week. We have quite a hectic week in terms of economic news calendar this week. So I think we're gonna push it up. I made actually 2 calls already this morning in my Discord channel. So I really like this 1 hour free value gap holding the price right here. And we took 2 trades already on Euro USD and Nasdaq as well. So I'm aiming initially previous day high from Friday last week. I'm also interested in the weekly high right there. Okay. Just 1 second. Yeah, so going into 15 minutes, we actually made 2 calls. So initially, let me open the object tree, will be easier. We had Asian range right here in consolidation, and then we actually went below during London Open. And London opening up kind of blew the sell side liquidity here. But we pushed up higher right away, and we got an entry in terms of market breaking the structure here and giving us an entry right there to continue higher. So we called the market to go higher to this buy side level initially, then to 1 hour fair value gap and to the buy side liquidity level from Friday. And yeah, so the structure is broken on 1 hour to the upside. We're happy to see that. And I'm just gonna adjust my chart a little bit. I don't need this. Buy side is incoming. Everything is looking good right here. On dollar, we're expecting the prices to continue lower. I'm very happy to see this fair value gap not holding the price. The expectation is for market maker sell model to continue and pushing us lower into daily fair value gaps levels. And with that, on 1 hour chart, we broke the initial 1 hour fair value gap holding the structure for us. And in 15, this is where we come into the initial position that we just closed today. This is a 1% position for me in terms of a short. So just to evaluate it, I'm looking at buy side being taken here after Asian session is closing and into the beginning of the London session right there. And buy side being taken, I like the market breaking the structure with a fair value gap right there. And even though we are below midnight, my bias is very, very certain and I prefer shorts. So we take this order block right here. We enter at a order block level right there. And then we actually took 2 partials. We took the initial partial on the sell somewhere around here. I also posted it in my Discord. This was about 0.5% short right there, and I have actually re-entered the trade around this level where it is the old daily fair value gap level, and my stop was here. So I was stopped out at had my stop at break even for the initial short from the London session, and I entered a little bit of a partial entry, not partial, pyramid entry right here with a stop at the break-even level for the initial position. And yeah, we just closed the position at 1.5% that I'm very happy about, and I'll make a, how to say, written report on it on Discord a little bit later today after this stream, right? Um, so forex is actually done for me for today. I think we're gonna just continue pushing lower, but I'm not interested in it anymore because dollar GBP is playing around, and it's playing around with us a bit harshly. I was expecting this fair value gap after it got broken to continue and allow the price to push up to the daily buy-side liquidity levels right there, but it just seems not to be happening, and very honestly, there's nothing to my liking right here. And we always say you don't trust the price in lower time frames, right? And you don't really understand what are we looking for and what are we trying to get. I'll always say to come back to 15 minutes and just to take a look at 15 minutes, and if there's anything that suggests you anything or explains anything to you in terms of price movement, and we can see there's nothing relevant happening in 15-minute chart. The only structure that I can see is that buy side is being taken right there, and we have a fair value gap treated as a breakaway gap right here. So we kind of missed our entry from this level already today, allowing us to go lower into the sell side liquidity and as a Friday previous day low, right? But I'm not interested in GBP. I wrote it in my report as well, and yeah, I'm just gonna continue with Euro USD. I'm gonna continue looking for shorts tomorrow here. Okay, looking at indices, all-time highs, right? Feels good for those who are investing, not only trading. But 10 minutes to go, so I have to hurry up in a way. I don't like us finishing off the run to the buy side like this, right? This is not the top for me. Anyhow, volume balance at 4872.5 is something that might happen in terms of retracement, right? And retracement right here, few things that we're gonna be continuously looking after is for retracement below, we need this 1 hour free real gap holding the price. We have an order block right there as well. And if we get that, we have quite a few sell side levels below us, right? 15 minutes. New week opening gap is right below us. I'm still not sure what is going to happen, but I'm going to continuously look for sell side levels to be hit. So let's just mark out the chart a little bit. We have buy side here. And I don't see much more. To be fair, maybe let's mark this 15 minutes fair value gap right here. And going lower into 5 minutes, I love this sell side that is just built out for us right there. I like that, but we need to see some more structure. This holding the price, yeah, maybe, but I'm not looking to enter anything before 10 o'clock today, right? So yeah, S&P looking good otherwise, but Nasdaq is where we shine. Nasdaq is where we shine. Just 1 second. Nasdaq, right? I'm still hoping for 17,880 to be hit. How we get there, this fair value gap tells us the story. So we're gonna dive deeper to take a look at that. Previous low is taken, which makes it interesting, but I'm still hoping for this 1 hour fair value gap to be the focus for us today. So we will see if we get it inverted. We might continue lower from that. But if inversion doesn't happen, we're looking to go towards buy side and even 17,682 afterwards, right? But going deeper, a few things happened already today. So kind of noted this bearish breaker block for us over the weekend. That I'm interested in drawing the price here, and I'm interested to get shorts entered from that breaker block. So just to know the whole breaker, maybe if that helps for you guys, this is the whole breaker for us as it stands. So everything below 17623.75, I'm gonna take a note of that myself, is still bearish. But we already took a position today, so let me show you around. Initially, maybe just on a small note as well before we dive into the position I took. This 4 hours fair value gap holding the price is kind of decisive for us today. So if we see the price breaking below this 4 hour fair value gap, I'm going bearish, at least short term, targeting 17,400s, maybe 17,350, around that. And I can show in 1 hour. We have a very clean fair value gap, so we might get as low as 17,385 if that 4 hour fair value gap doesn't hold the price on closing basis, right? Going back, so yeah, I'm keeping that on the chart. 5 minutes, we have a few things happening here. So breaker block, and then that just recently happened. But I have a trade that I want to show that I did today already. So we were looking at the higher time frame breaker block, and we traded into it. I think it was 15 minutes breaker block that I just showed you recently. And yeah, so this is 0.5% trade for us. And that trade was called on Discord as well. It wasn't that clean of an entry. I kind of just trusted dollar index breaking to the upside, so I entered without really waiting for YouTube 22 or a breaker block to happen. But yeah, this was a very nice run for us. And what we just called for in Discord, after 7 p.m. Macro started, we called for another short, which happened right here. So we have a breaker block that was created during London. Shorting possibilities were offered there, right, initially, but we come back into it. And basically, how do we view the breaker block, right? We have high, low, higher, low, higher, high, lower, low. So the last down close candles in terms of what we have before price pushing to the buy side are a breaker block, and then we believe that the price will hold below it. As soon as we got into the breaker area, we have 1 minute fair value gap right here that we were hoping the price would support to continue higher, but it was broken. So very simple. We have a inverted fair value gap entry offered for us, sell side below. I was initially targeting maybe 20 handles, but we actually got 30 handles, and risk to reward is 1 to 4. If you participated, very happy for you guys because it was called upon. So I really, really hope you can enjoy this on Discord. Um, yeah, so I'm keeping that on my chart though, because I want to review it later. But the structure right now is a little bit difficult because we're getting closer to 9:30 markets open. But I continue lower. To be fair, I would love this to stay open, but we will see. We have half an hour of waiting to do now, and just evaluation for us to see where market is drawing next. Mhm. Yeah, so we have markets opening up in a few minutes, but maybe we can take a look at the regular trading hours where we closed last week, and that close is okay. So we're almost there. I'm gonna mark it off for myself. Opening right there. So we are above opening, closing, sorry, for last week. So if we open up where we are right now, the draw to the lower side of the market is totally valid. But let's start evaluating, and what I really like to do is to have both ES and NQ on the same chart. So yeah, let's do that. Markets open at literally in half a minute. So let's check the regular trading hours on ES. Also trading at a similar level. Interesting. Huh. We're still above it, so let's see. I would really love this to hold the price in, not to run towards buy side. That would be just not necessary for now, at least. But yeah, if it does, it does. Oh, sorry about this. Go back. Dollar is hitting its buy side targets, which makes it very interesting because I wouldn't be expecting S&P to go higher, but 5 minutes fair value gap is broken. My expectation now is this buy side level. I'm not entering. I'm not gonna trade until 10 p.m. But probably 49 to 175 might be taken. But we already have an SMT happening in terms of Nasdaq creating lower lows and yes, just holding in the same place. Minutes. And dollar is just pushing through its through Friday high. Yep, it just pushed through Friday high. So Nasdaq is kind of saying, okay, I am in sync. I'm holding the 5 minutes breaker. I'm continuing below. I'm holding this fair value gap level, and I'm allowing the market to continue pushing down. This is my eyesight on Nasdaq. As I said during the weekend, as I said this morning as well, I'm not really interested in buying at the moment, at least. But yes, it's just saying I'm not insane, and I'm gonna go against what dollar is doing right now. So what does it do? We have a clear SMT right here, and SMT in this position means that it might be a short-term low. And 5 minutes fair value gap here being broken. I'm not entering because I'm not trading uh, before 10 o'clock, but let me explain the trade idea that you could be taking right now. So 5 minutes fair value gap being broken to the upside right here. You see 0925 a.m. just broke through, allows the chart to come back into that fair value gap, and this one can be treated as inverted fair value gap, right? 5 minutes inverted. And with that, you can actually open a position right away. As soon as the chart closes above it, we're happy to allow it to trade for minute, two. We're looking for a 5 minute entry, right? So we have 4 minutes of waiting game to do in terms of the price coming back into the old fair value gap. An inversion happens as soon as it comes back in. You can enter a trade here, 1 to 1. I'm not interested. Two things why I'm not interested here, even though this is looking like a valid position. I'm not interested because one, I'm not really taking smaller positions than 5 handles on ES. That is just not enough risk for me. Second thing, risk reward 1 to 1 is a little bit small for one. I would like 1 to 0.5, 1 to 2 at least. That would be very, very beneficial. But yeah, no trade taken, just showing you what I'm looking at. Okay. Any guys of you in the chat looking to trade live today? Or are you gonna pass because of FOMC and NFP happening later today? Not today, this week. Sorry that I'm looking around maybe a little bit, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monitors in front of me just to have all the market and structure in front of me. So if you're interested to know what's my setup, I actually have dollar index in front of me all the time. I'm looking at 1 hour, 15, 5 minutes, and 1 minute all the time. Dollar index for me is a place where I kind of judge where the markets are actually supposed to go. And since we're bullish on dollar for this week, once again to show you dollar, we're bullish on dollar this week. We're looking for these weekly highs to be hit, and on daily, there's a very nice double top right here at 104,263. I'm expecting the price to push up there, and looking around elsewhere on the right hand side, I have my trading accounts. I'm gonna try to trade for you guys on my top step 150 account that I have under evaluation right now with them. My current balance is a bit up. I started it 2 weeks ago. I actually had a drawdown period of 3% below my initial threshold, like account balance. So I went as low as 145k, 145k, I think, or something like that. But we are 5.5k up, so that gives us what, 3% up. So we need just a few more percentage points to get this evaluation stage done and listed. So I'm gonna be trading live with you guys on Top Step, and I'm gonna show you my executions here. So we're usually gonna put on initial 2 lots of risk on S&P and 1 contract for Nasdaq. Right? And this is brilliant. This is already something that I love to see, is that two things are happening. We call for this inverted fair value gap to hold the price, and for a 4.9 to 1.75 to be hit. And Nasdaq kind of explains why it happened, because Nasdaq created lower lows. Lower lows for us means that we have SMT, and SMT means that short term we're creating an actual low, so we just have to find an entry. Sadly, we didn't take it, but for me, 3 handles is not good enough at the moment, because one thing, econ news calendar. Second thing, it's not 10 a.m. yet. Third thing, I'm already up today, so yeah, we have to wait it out. But we'll see. We'll continue looking for it. Yeah, and Q actually left a big fair value gap for us to evaluate. I kind of like noting the first fair value gap that the market gives upon opening. That usually is very important. So I'm marking that out right away. And this looks to be a possible inversion entry as well. And ICT usually calls it a six sister approach. I don't know, we can call it as well, but you can see that S&P already took the highs here, but Nasdaq is failing to do that. So Nasdaq is kind of not failing, but it is sick in a way. It's supposed to move in tandem with the S, right? And not moving in tandem with the S means that there might be an opportunity happening for us. So we'll see. Not saying we've missed it, but one handle into that prevailing gap possible entry was given already. We're still not trading and not trying to execute anything before we give the market to give it its hand. Okay. If we have executions on, executions turning on as well. So two buy set levels are already taken. We have a buy set level right here that is taken. We have a buy set level that, okay, not taken yet. We're nearby. So this is what I'm looking at, and we're gonna enter a macro that usually happens 10 minutes before and after the hour in a bit. So at 9:50, we're gonna start looking for liquidities to be run out. So it would be great that this buy set level is not being run out in the next upcoming 10 minutes yet. But we'll see. Buy side taken. For Nasdaq, yes, it's failing to do that. We're kind of getting the same thing that happened here, but we have to wait it out. Okay. The market is actually kind of starting to break structure on ES. So buy side is taken. We're trading at a 1 hour fair value gap level. We're creating a buy side liquidity here on higher time frame though, but we have to evaluate what is happening right here. So sell side is valid in terms of 1, 2, 3 sell side levels already. We've taken buy side 1 time, 2 times already. Let's mark this out. 1 minute for value. Okay. Let's just keep an eye on it. Dollar is still looking to continue pushing higher, so turning around would be a possibility for us here. So, even though we had S&T here in the start of the market open, we're actually having exactly the same right here. I'm not gonna mark it out, but just to show you that ES has created a lower high, whilst NQ is creating higher highs. This might be top short term, so we have to continue watching, okay? So again, 5 minutes buy side taken on ES. We have also buy side taken on NQ. I kind of like that we're trading into the, how to say, into buy side and then into a breaker during the session. This short, even though called for, wasn't that valid because it was 7 in the morning. Even though it is a kill zone we can use, I'm usually tending to trade indices only after 10 o'clock. Okay, 4 minutes. Yeah, structure staying the same, so we're still evaluating this fair value gap. I like this as a top formation though. That could be valid. And yes, if this holds the price, this NQ will start going lower as well together with it. I need to see more to short this. I would love to be entering actually from this fair value gap, so something like this with a, let's say, 2.5, uh, 2.5, 2.5 stop loss. Sorry, just kind of zoned out. 2.5 handle stop loss, and then you can aim even for the new week opening gap or the full sell side run right here. So if you look at it on 5 minutes, sell side is actually right here before midnight lows. And yeah, that's quite a valid entry. Not for me, not right now yet. Yeah. 1 minute being broken here. We still have 10 minutes to go. Going one more time, one by one, right? So our dealing range is right here, right? So we have very clear lows in terms of sell side right here, and we have a very clear buy side level on NQ, right? Trading above premium, very much to our liking, and then what happens, right? So during the market open, we're breaking below sell side, so internal liquidity is taken here. External liquidity is right there as noted, right? Internal liquidity is being taken here as well as buy side, right? So 5 minutes buy side internal liquidity is taken. Usually what happens after, so we either have to run for another internal liquidity level or external liquidity. Right now internal liquidity doesn't exist anymore unless you count it as this sell side. So on paper, this is quite a valid 5-minute inverted fair value gap entry for buys here, but I'm still trusting my bias to go short still, up until the point that this breaker is being negated, let's say, right? And I see dollar still going higher, so I'm not really interested in buys, right? So I'm not taking this swing low, and I'm not entering into buys here. Continue waiting. This is just not holding the price neither to the upside or to the downside. So this 1 minute being broken right now, it kind of validates this 5-minute inverted fair value gap entry. Just to go through it again, we kind of suggested that this buy side level would be hit on ES. Exactly the same looks to be happening on NQ as well. With this 5-minute fair value gap allowing the price to trade above it, coming back into it to offer a buy entry. One more interesting level is that right here, that this 1 minute fair value gap is also being inverted. Look at the bodies. Bodies kind of saying, okay, I'm not gonna go below it, and I'm gonna probably even offer you another buy level right here. So kind of still waiting it out, but I'm not going either long or short yet. Not interested still. I can even put it in writing. So for buys, we need for the breaker to be broken. That is coming from 5 minutes. Right here, this breaker has to stop holding the price for me to be interested in shorts. And for shorts, I still need more action. I need either to S&P to allow us to continue lower, or this to kind of start respecting the levels that we're creating. This discount PDRA holding the price to the upside is nothing that interests me. So yeah, it kind of just proves that going short right now would be probably a bad entry for us. to take a look also, just one more time before 10 a.m. hits. Dollars very nicely pushing towards buy side. This was called in Discord one more time. If you would like to see more on what we do daily and on daily basis, Discord is place to go. And details are in the comments and in the description of the video. But the previous days, which is last Friday high, is being broken. I think the weekly high from last week is going to be taken out today as well. That allowed Euro USD to go lower. We actually had a trade on 15 minutes that we took a short from right here towards this sell side level. GBP USD, I'm not interested. Why I'm not interested is because on daily, this fair value gap is just keeping us consolidated and it's not being respected neither on buy side or neither on sell side, right? Indices is how to say, quite simple. All-time highs are here on weekly basis, basically already on daily basis, kind of. But I'm looking at this in a very simple manner. I'm not looking for a top. So because I'm not looking for a top, I'm kind of not urging to take shorts, right? So this 1 hour parallel gap not holding the price would be interesting for us. If, for example, in the next 5 minutes we close below it, very simple. If this closes above it, this 1 hour fair value gap, sorry, entry is very simple. We come in here, we look for about 10 handles, take profit with about 9 handles stop loss. Maybe we can even find lower time frame stop losses at 5 handles, which would give us a 1 to 2 risk reward. That would be awesome to take, right? But as long as we're holding in this 1 hour fair value gap, I'm not interested in buys. A long position was offered actually from this 5-minute inverted fair value gap, so I called it during this live stream like half an hour ago that a possible trade could have been entered just like that. I'm gonna zoom in on 1-minute chart, and 1-minute chart right here is that you could have taken it from this SMT with Nasdaq. I'm gonna show you Nasdaq in a bit as well, but SMT was given, and that kind of confirms the bottom, at least short term. So next buy side level was attacked right away, and yeah, ES is kind of breaking the structure to the upside. This is a possible buy if we close above it as well. But just coming back into Nasdaq real quick, you see executions are ready. So we kind of one step backwards, right? So up until the point that this 4-hour FRL gap is holding the price, I'm not really interested for a long-term short. Long-term for me is anything above 1 hour, you know. So, but looking at 15 and 5 minute, even better. We had a breaker block here, and we entered a short entry during London this morning. And right now we're actually trading at a lower time frame, which is this 5-minute order block slash breaker also. And then we're kind of giving up the price to the downside as well. But this is being a little bit choppy. Yeah, so let's have both charts on the screen one more time. Yes, just playing around. That was not holding the price. And Q also. So yeah, let's take a look if we had a higher high here. No, this is a double top. So this probably will be taken out. Now waiting for this breaker to break the price to the upside to confirm buys. Very clean sell side right here. I'm kind of glancing to my right from time to time because I'm looking at dollar. Dollar, if on 5 minute dollar has a volume imbalance between 940 and 945. If that is holding the price, we're looking for 103,800 to be hit here quickly. This is a good consolidation in a way. 1 minute till the actual kill zone starts, but I kind of like consolidations like this after the markets open up. Have a very clean buy set level. That buy set being taken soon, possibly would probably even allow us to go for shorts towards the uh, opening of apologies, closing price of Friday, and maybe even towards new week opening gap that we have below. I would love this buy side to be taken before we go short on yes, but I'm still watching, and Q is just kind of running away for us, not actually giving us a possible entry though yet. I'm sorry. One more time. The session is starting 1 minute into the session already. I'm interested for this buy side to be taken, and then to look for a possible short on the yes. I like us going lower. There's a lot of sell side that we still have left intact, and we took buy side both on 5 minute, 1 minute quite a few times. ES here, and Q here. Sorry, I'm not sure. We're kind of not trading and staying together with ES. Breaker is holding the price, but yeah, weirdly enough, this 5 minute fair value gap is just playing around with us right there. On NQ, I'm actually looking at this sell side. I noted it before the session started. 17524. We just have to find a good entry to get towards it. Still have like 20 points to get there. That is good enough for us. Usually on the S, I try to take no more than 4 or 5 handles of risk, and I've never opened a trade if it is offering us less than 5 handles of possible profit. On NQ, I do it 4 times more. So I'm usually trying to risk no more than 20 handles, and to get a 1-to-1, we need at least 20 handles to enter. And Q continues pushing lower like this. We kind of taking the sell side would allow us to possibly look for buys actually. So taking the sell side, maybe break of structure on 5 minute or on 1 minute, that would allow us to look for buys even. Because real shorts only start towards the sell side and 17,400s only after 4 hour for a value gap here it doesn't support the price anymore. Yes, breaking lower. US dollar continuing higher. We can understand that, and that was kind of reviewed already during the initial stages of the stream, also during the weekend. I do reports on every Sunday, so you can easily follow me on Twitter or find it on my newsletter via Substack. Yeah, Nasdaq kind of going towards that sell side on 5 minutes. This is an interesting fair value gap that you could have gone short because it didn't support the price, or maybe this one. I kind of went through it, but I'm not usually entering trades before 10 a.m. Again, we're actually having another S&T. So this one I'll hide it, okay? So I can keep it for my reviews later today. But we're actually having another bullish S&T right here. Um, we're creating lower low on Nasdaq while ES is not doing it. So this actually might allow us to go to this buy side. I will know that. I'm not interested to go short here because of the SMT, but I'm just watching this. Maybe even, I would say, two things maybe to explain it myself, right? Not to sit on my own thoughts. One thing where I'm not interested in going short avidly, like without care, let's say, if we can say so, if we're not above premium, which is here. And second thing, this fair value gap is not big, right? In terms of the whole move and this push to the downside, this fair value is very little considering how much of a movement we had last 10, 15 minutes. If we close above here, I will take a trade actually. kind of both ES and NQ is saying that in two ways that we're gonna continue pushing higher. One thing is the SMT, allowing us to find the short-term lows here. Other thing is both charts just broke through their 1 minute fair value gaps with these. ES is just too small of a range to enter. NQ, if we go here, I'm gonna enter a trade. Trade limit order. Dollar is starting to push lower at the same time, while we're having this structure being broken. Then we're gonna have to close this position when we're not getting this set up. Another SMT might happen if ES takes the buy side out. I'm closing this position. It will not be valid anymore. ES still holding in there. What is happening right now in a way, right? So this week is kind of very tough, to be fair with you guys, because we have a lot of stuff happening on the economic news calendar. So today is kind of empty without news overall, which usually is not very nice to trade because of low volume, low movement overall in the charts, right? Second thing is we have two very big news drivers later this week. So Wednesday we have FOMC, so Wednesdays will be a non-trading day for me. I'm not gonna be looking to engage up until the point the FOMC is over. So up until about 2:30 p.m. New York time. And also NFE is happening this Friday, so Thursday and Friday is just literally off. You can take a very long holiday this week and then not expose yourself to additional risk. So ES is hitting the buy side level right now. It's just give it to us. Here we go. I'm gonna close this position. I'm not interested in this setup anymore. Let's continue waiting, continue watching. I'm just scrolling around while I'm here with you guys. This is funny. ICT actually took a trade today already. So he kind of went short here. Um, we talked about it, but I wasn't very much interested in taking this because I saw the double top on ES. And so what he did actually, he allowed this fair value gap to get broken and just kind of went in. Sell side is very clear, 30 handles, risk total 15, 1 to 2. Brilliant trade for him. Yeah, awesome stuff. Awesome. We're still waiting though. We're still waiting, still evaluating. This is kind of not consolidating, but just if you look at the range, right? 1 hour chart, yes, right? So we're literally just trading around equilibrium for the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, right? Nothing extraordinary, let's say, right? And if you take a look on 5 minutes, let's just do this to make it easier on your eyes. If you take a look at 5 minutes, this inversion setup was very valid. We didn't take it because very simple. It was offering only 3 handles for us, right? 3 handles. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not interested to take it such a small trade, right? Um, so we have SMT with MQ that allowed us to find a short-term low here and allowed us to go towards the buy side. That is brilliant, right? Could have even taken this buy if you really like scalping and if your broker allows you to do it, because 1008 actually broke above this 1 minute fair value gap, so you could have entered here. 2.5 handles to 1.5 handle risk reward is good, but this is just too little for me to trade with. Let's take a look in Q. And Q is just, you take a look at this and you understand that you're kind of happy you're not participating. Take a look at 15. Nothing important is happening right here. We're just creating lower lows and higher highs, and nothing good is happening. So I think we're gonna have to wait it out a little bit more even. We have another S&P short term as well. It's kind of confirming that market might be turning around here, but it's not offering any entries yet. So I'm gonna stay here for like 45, 40 more minutes. I have an hour to spare total, so since I have to make a report on what I've done today, my Discord channel, I'll stay with you guys for 40, 45 minutes. But basically, us trading right now above premium in the last range, so 930 to the kill zone 10, we're still in the premium on NQ. S&P just took out 1 minute double top right here. I think I'm gonna call it to myself that I'm only interested in shorting. Now why? 5 minute chart. We have so much sell side resting below. Sell side, sell side, sell side. Even though on NQ we took a little bit of sell side already, we still have a lot below here. So I'm gonna call it to myself and you guys, just to stay honest to myself and you. And I'm gonna be looking to short only today. Um, just so you guys will understand it better, right? So according to ICT and what I understand about the market as well, right? So the market usually moves because of two things. It either goes to equilibrium or to fair value, right? So just to give you an example, right? We have a painter that failed to do its job, right? It went up and down, it went down, but it never painted through this level, right? Tried to do it here, but right here we're actually painting it through, right? So this is fair value, this is equilibrium for the market. This is one of the places that the market can go to. Other place is liquidity levels. So liquidity is being created by equal lows, by places where you kind of take a look at the chart and you would say, oh, this is a place where I was actually put a stop loss to my trade, or maybe a limit order or whatever, right? So this is a very, very good level for market to go to. So once again, where the market goes to, it goes to equilibrium or or looks for fair value, or it goes to sell side or buy side levels. In other words, buy stops or sell stops, right? So as long as we know that, we can pick a direction on what are we looking for. So I'm calling myself that I'm gonna look for sells now towards those sell side levels, and then I'm not gonna enter any longs today. Dollar is actually pushing higher. If you allow me to opening up, dollar is just pushing up higher towards last week's high. That's good to see, but this should allow the indices to start breaking lower from where we are at right now, but it's still kind of not happening. You, just as gold, is going lower and lower and lower. And what do we have on Geo? This probably will hold the price, and it just will continue consolidating at this daily fair value gap level, which is very annoying, but well, it is what it is. This is not a nice buy. This is not a nice swing high, right? This is just creating more buy side for the market to run to. This could be called a swing high though, but we're getting that swing high done in a very random level that I kind of don't appreciate. This 1 minute inverted fair value gap is just holding the price beautifully. It's kind of printed again another SMT, which is bearish. This is just, let me hide the last one. But, and you kind of created a lower high. Well, yes, push through the buy side and yeah, this is not a swing high that I like to see, but still. And he has broke the structure because of that, so let's continue watching. 3 minute looks, and 2 minute kind of looks alright for a possible entry for us. So this is kind of now depends if you have confidence in this short or not. This new inversion is kind of saying to us right now, yep, we can go short. 30 handles right here, 25. Breakaway gap probably here, right? If this candle pushes up a little bit higher, I'm gonna enter a short here. So right there. We miss it, it doesn't matter. Might be a bit late to the party. This 2-minute inversion, this is a very brilliant setup. That's nice. Limit order placed. Up until this low stays intact, I'm still interested in the short, right? But we need the sell side to hold it in before going short. Yeah, we're filled. Let's see, this is so right away, not to my liking. We have another SMT with NQ and ES. If we hit this, if we get hit this stop loss, this is the explanation I would go to why this trade might be failing. But let's see, 1 to 2 risk reward almost, which is good for us, and very fair with you guys. If this does or doesn't pan out, I'm gonna be calling it a day for myself. We're already up like $500 today. We took a trade earlier today on NQ here in London session where we went short for about 20 handles, right? We have a lot of sell side resting below though. This not being like, there is a possibility I might be wrong shorting from here, which is fine. But this trade idea panning out is kind of possible because we have a lot of sell side below us. This is still consolidating, so the price is not really moving into our favor yet, but let's hold it out. We want this to hold the price. If we're, as soon as we're closing above this fair value gap, I'm getting out of this trade. Very minimal risk though. We're risking 0.2 tops, 0.15%, which is very small risk on the balance. So it's a current balance 150k, 155, which is a top step, first stage evaluation account. It will be awesome the next 20 seconds we don't close above this, but it doesn't seem like it. Yeah, right away we're scaling down. And why I've done it, because we just literally broke the structure fully. So we had an inversion fair value gap that we were hoping that the price would hold, right? That didn't happen. And then the second thing is that we're hoping for this fair value gap to act as breakaway, actually. But meaning that we would be looking to only wick it in, wick it through, and not to fill it fully. That didn't happen. So third thing, we always count 1, 2, 3, right? So if you want to know if you should still trust the trade idea that you have going on for yourself right now, is just count it to 1 to 3. 1 being inverted fair value gap being broken. 2, 1 minute fair value gap, breakaway gap, not holding the price. Third, we just kind of close right above it, so that already indicates us to get out. Yeah. This will be fun if it continues lower after we close it. And you kind of heard me say as well that initially why I wasn't risking like that much on this trade is because we were having a bearish SMT, right? Bearish SMT means that here, while this NQ did not create a lower low, oh sorry, ES did create a lower low, right away indicating that short term this is a bottom, right? So even though I kind of trusted that quite a few PDRAs are being uh, confirmed for us, right? I didn't take it, yeah. And it will run away without us, which is fine, which is good. It would have been nice to take a winner on the first live stream right away, though. So we're sitting at break even for the day. We took 250 bucks in the morning here. Maybe a little more, maybe more towards 400, and then we took just a loss of like 300, 390. Yep. Again, another SMT. The price is actually not doing much today, though. Like we opened up somewhere around here, right? So the total range is very low for us still. I'm not saying that it's boring or anything, but it just the opening range being little usually means that the price will not do much until first macro. First macro is happening 10 minutes to 11 New York time. So we still have like 15 minutes to go beforehand. This will probably continue lower. Lots of sell side racing below here. Probably this Varel gap will just allow us to push it lower. That I don't have a model to enter from here, but if you still trust the short, like you can go ahead and do that. There's no problem doing that from here at all. If you like the risk and reward, why not? Sorry, just answer some messages. Yeah, it's just gonna probably push towards the south side and even lower, which is fine. 10 minutes till the macro happens, so it's macro is just gonna probably take out the south side from us. Kind of like this being broken to the upside. That being broken to the upside would allow us to go towards this buy side level. 5 handles, brilliant. We have 1 minute inversion possibly happening here. If we close above it, next 15 whatever seconds. If that happens, we can enter for a buy. Entering right away. limits are set. So basically what I'm looking at, right? So NQ started consolidating and just not creating lower lows. ES did that, right? So ES created lower low here. We get an SMT, which is bearish right away. Not only that, new week opening gap is holding the price right here, right? That validates this low. This is not a random low for the market and for the algo, right? Um, swing low being created, I'm looking at it very simply. This is a fair value gap that is supposed to hold its price, right? And it allows the market to push through. Market closes above it. Inversion setup is very simple. Inversion setup says enter right away. Buy set level is very clean. Sell, sell stop. I'm not sure about this placement. Some way just could kick us out. So I'm taking the uh, low or the regular trading hours low, and then we get a little bit more than 1 to 2. And yep, probably gonna scale down one contract here. Uh, Sell, modify. One top contract, I will take it off here, and then the second contract will go off here. This is a tough market to be in, though. Just looking at 5 minutes, not much action is happening. I don't consider this to be a proper swing high, thus that buy entry is up on my interest. But we're not entering for full force, let's say full risk on the account because of the new weeks of this upcoming week's news at calendar. As on paper, I'm interested in going short because we have tons of sell side, right? But to take the sell side out, the buy side has to be hit, and this is a very juicy 1, 2, 3, 4, triple, quadruple, fiftuple, whatever. 5 highs that the market should run through before going lower. If that doesn't pan out, it's fine. We're just gonna be done for the day. Already took 3 trades. We're up 1.5%. So with that Nasdaq loss, we're up 1.25, 1.2% today. And we would like to see this fair value hub holding the price. This 1 minute holding the price right here. If we go below this in terms of like below this in closing basis, I'm just gonna close the trade and probably we're gonna be done for the day. 5 minute as a higher time frame might allow the market to go lower easily. But you see, a setup would take a setup, you know. That's why we have the modules that we trade. If we see it panning out, we just have to trust the process and we have to take the trade. If you don't put the risk on, you're not gonna get any profit overall, so you have to risk something to make gains. So this is the risk that we can take on a day like this, and then we just risk it. Yeah. Scaling down the trade a little bit, like uh, literally looking at the price, I don't want it going any lower, so I'll take 50% off if we go below this level. Next 3 minutes we need speed because the market will start soon. I would love to see this just pushing higher without retracing at all. There's nothing that the market has to do down here. Scale down half of the position. Too bad it was just half a tick or so, but it is what it is. MQ is just being held in ridiculous consolidation lately. Yeah. The macro will open it up 2 minutes till the macro starts. You'll see, guys, it will start running like quickly running. Here, I don't want to be closing below this. It is what it is. Let's go. You see the risk levels I'm taking, and I'm not risking at all. I'm not risking a lot at all. I'll stop us out at 15,500 even-ish. Macro starting right now as well. I think you will probably get the sell side taken finally. Stopped up, so closing the positions. Macro is starting though. I think the macro will just run the sell side for us. Consolidating now. Next 18 minutes will allow the market to push through. Sell side is incoming. That's a definite kind of right. There's you can't say anything against the market running through the sell side levels. Same here probably. Yeah. Markets will start speeding up very soon. As we usually enter a macro that if the initial range of 930 to 10 is not giving much, which you can see right here it didn't. So 930 initially right here with 10 a.m. being here, like it isn't much movement. It's like what, 3 handles, 4 handles of movement, which is nothing for the market, which usually goes like what, 40, 50 handles a day. So if not much happens throughout the initial opening range, usually, so let me put it in writing. 10, 50 to 11, 10 macro on the algo usually allows the price to move. And then we're jumping into the macro right now. It would be funny that both trades I took, the executions on both trades are that might be actually right in terms of direction. Just entry wasn't on point, but it is what it is. Took a very big winner this morning already. Right here, 20 handles. That's half a percent move, so we only gave up 0.2, 0.25 twice now here. So on indices we're at break even for today, but we had a winner on forex earlier during long the social 1% winner, so it's good enough for the day. sad also. It's usually very sad to end the trading day with a few losers when you kind of give up the profits or part of the profits, but it's a game. As long as you're closing the day and as a in a winning condition, let's say as a winner on paper, and then we are today. It's good enough. I'm gonna sit here for 10 more minutes. If the market don't open up, I'm gonna end the stream anyhow because I have to run. Um, it's end of work day in Lithuania where I'm at. So yeah. It sounds like seems to be coming into the place. Sometimes we couldn't get to participate in it properly. It's a bit sad, but it's what it is. It looks like the south side is gonna be run through. That though, it kind of opens up a possibility to go long. It's getting late into the session. I don't really open orders after 11, but yeah, this is still in our eyesight, right? So with this being run through, sell side being taken, what's next? Usually buy side, right? So it's we have to look here. Um, a lot of buy side here. A lot of people will believe this trend line, the price to push lower. It's some sort of triangle happening, which I call bullshit, but that's what people believe. But sell side is gonna be taken probably a reversal afterwards to take away some of the stops here. Have to wait and see though. Mm, very, very close here. Might escalate. 17,509 easily. Might escalate. Sell side hit here. I'll watch for a few more minutes. But this was a very high resistance liquidity run. Like if you look at from further away, 5 minutes, whatever, this breaker holding the price is brilliant. Sell side taken 46 handles. But good luck will just holding this through for an hour. Even more hour, 20 minutes just being bombarded sideways, and then it's tough to hold a trade like that. I'm looking at dollar in a way, like the dollar took last week's high already at 103, 800, 820. It's not breaking fully to the downside, yeah, but there's a lot of sell sides for dollars which might allow indices to go higher. So on this, how to say, on finishing off and then last thoughts, I'm not gonna risk anything else today. Because we have another SMT, like the markets are not the same, but watch this free value gap. This free value gap being broken to the upside might offer us to run towards buy side. Like we have a lot of buy side. This trend line being broken would be just awesome. Trend and phantom, right? I like that. So just watch that. And if it gets broken, I won't trade personally. I'm not interested in taking any more risk today. What if that gets broken? Consider this as a trade entry. Low risk, 1 to 2 risk reward. If you took those initial trades together with me, you can make back those losses and even more. But I don't risk anymore since I took already 2 losses on my end in a row. So I'm calling it a day. Thank you for being here, and see you tomorrow.